Ray Comfort claims to have found God in 1972. That's important to remember because Ray is very coy about discussing his early years in New Zealand. Luckily for us, he has always been out to make a fast buck from his professed beliefs and has immortalised his bullshit in book form. We've already seen how, after nearly a decade of God's guidance, Ray was performing exorcisms on the New Zealand Hellmouth. Now we can learn how Ray dealt with illness and disease. In a future video, we will hear Ray tell Matt Dillahunty how much he relies on doctors and the medical profession, and how he has his annual flu shot. Well, that's quite normal, isn't it? Not if you read Ray's book, More Than Just Comfort. This was what Ray Comfort Jr. had to say after almost a decade of walking with Jesus. Cancer, the modern-day leprosy. That should tell you all you need to know about Ray's medical credentials. But Ray was being guided by God, so he knew what he was talking about when discussing a woman's illness and saying, if doctors were asked to diagnose that woman's case, not one spine specialist in the world would say Satan has bound her. Doctors would call it arthritis of the spine or vertebra out of place or some other medical term, and they would be right as far as medical terms are concerned, but if you get to the real source of the trouble, you will discover that source is Satan. And if you are not completely clear on what Ray is saying, he spells it out for you. Therefore, you should never take medicine to relieve pain. You should never consult a doctor or go to a hospital for treatment, because you would be interfering with the work of God in your life. If cancer is the chastening tool of God, then doctors who are fighting cancer are fighting against the work of God. If a preacher or a Christian believes the sickness is a means of chastening, then he should never pray for relief from the sickness, but rather pray that the cancer will continue to grow until the chastening is completed. That's what 10 years of walking with Jesus supposedly taught Ray. How are those flu shots coming on, Raymond? If you like this and want people to see it, thumb it up and tell your friends about it. Thanks for watching.